you doing? This is Black Shy Guy. Welcome to a brand new video, and as always, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to be a resident in Chi-Town, and also hit the notification button to get notified on any upcoming new videos. And as always, make sure you like the video because it really helps out the channel. Thank you for sitting at my table. Caitlin Clark has once again dominated in the game against the Mercury, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm reading an article right here, and it freaking always surprises me the amount of accomplishments Caitlin Clark is achieving during the season. Caitlin Clark had 20 points, obviously, 13 assists, 6 boards, a pair of blocks, and a steal. But she also made history, becoming the first rookie to record 400 points, 150 assists, and 100 rebounds in a season. Monumental freaking accomplishment by Caitlin Clark. It does not surprise me, the things that this young lady is doing. And what surprises me though is what's going on besides Caitlin Clark. Injuries, despite her dominance, despite her grace, despite the fact that she's accomplishing the most unthinkable things in the WNBA season, everybody is questioning, is she stat padding? Who knows? Because we also know another individual who used to stat pad. And let's not get it twisted. We all know Russell Westbrook stat padded his freaking triples. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. So it's not surprising that stat padding does go on in the league of sports. But is it necessarily an accomplishment despite it being a padding? Unfortunately, yes. People obviously like things to happen organically, but sometimes in sports that doesn't always happen. Unfortunately, it does not always happen. But that's neither here nor there, because Caitlin Clark dominated in the Mercury game. The whole team dominated. It was such a dominant performance by the Indiana Fevers. It was, and yes, did Taurasi play? No, she did not. Doesn't matter, all right? Doesn't matter that Taurasi didn't play or not play, because when she did play, they won anyway. But we all see what happens when Taurasi doesn't play. She freaking sweeps the floor of the Mercuries. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is still thinking about the situation when it comes to Rookie of the Year, and I got to tell you, it's a very tight race, but there's been a lot of rumors when it comes to the Rookie of the Year, because ESPN put out that supposedly Reese is leading in the voting of Rookie of the Year, and that is a lie, folks. That is a lie. As we see here, Caitlin Clark is still in the lead, and these are facts right here. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Rickea Jackson, and Camila Cardosa. Do not believe everything you hear. Caitlin Clark is still in the lead for WNBA Rookie of the Year, and I do not see it changing. I really don't, especially with the simple fact that we saw actions when it comes to pad statting. We saw actions when it comes to stat padding, especially that time that she sat down Cardosa and she put, it was just facts. They wanted Angel Reese to get it. They wanted Angel Reese to continue the double-double. And is it stat padding? Absolutely, I agree it is. But is it wrong? Not necessarily, especially when you want a player to accomplish something so monumental. But like I said, a lot of fans want it to happen organically, and it's not happening organically with Angel Reese. It's not. We gotta admit that. And you guys know I do not hate Angel Reese. I find Angel Reese to be a really good player, even though her shots and her some of her inside game was very unorthodox, but it works, so it is what it is. But I have to admit that everything that is happening surrounding Angel Reese's double doubles is not happening organically as of late. In the beginning, definitely it was happening organically, but not anymore, and we have to admit that to ourselves, whether you're a Caitlin Clark fan or an Angel Reese fan. But what Caitlin Clark is doing, we all know that it is happening organically, and I'm not trying to be a Caitlin Clark lover here. I'm not. We all know Everything Caitlin Clark is doing is happening organically. Even her turnovers, unfortunately. During that Mercury game, Caitlin Clark did do a couple of turnovers that could have really cost them the game. But she's a rookie and she's learning. As you can see, she was really frustrated during that game, slamming her hand on the chair, really upset when she went to sit down. And especially when she realized that there are some shots that she should take. There are some shots that she should not be thinking about passing. She should be thinking about attacking that basket, showing the dominance that she is. Because Caitlin Clark can take over a game. We all know that. She has the potential. She has the skill. She just has to have that killer instinct, the killer instinct Kobe Bryant had. And if she has that, if she learns how to hone that down, she will be even much more of a deadly player. Well, it is what it is. Player of the year. A player that has accomplished a lot, and despite what Angel Reese did, I do not believe she should get the Rookie of the Year over Caitlin Clark. But major accomplishments by both players. Great win by the Indiana Fevers against the Mercury. Hopefully it continues. Obviously, we know that Angel Reese is against the Liberties. Once again, they lost the last game, and they're playing them again. And like I said, I predicted they will lose both games to the Liberties. Liberties is just too dominant. They're just too dominant. Even I have to admit, that win against the Liberties by the Indiana Fevers, it was pure luck. It was pure luck. Sabrina, despite the fact that Sabrina kind of struggled in that game, she still put on one hell of a performance. So it is what it is. And some people sent me a message on my social media. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. Some people send me a message on social media. Who do you really think is the best player in the WNBA as of now? And I gotta admit it, folks, the best player in the WNBA this year, I have to give it to A'ja Wilson. She is the best player in the WNBA this year, and she so much deserves it. She's a dominant player. She's so great to witness, you know what I mean? There's players that you look at just like Caitlin Clark. I love watching Caitlin Clark play. Her skill is admirable, is just so beautiful to watch. Same goes for A'ja Wilson. If you have not experienced A'ja Wilson, I recommend that you go watch her games. She's a very dominant player. Her game is beautiful to watch. Post-up game is on top notch, I'm telling you. But anyway, let me know what you think about this whole situation when it comes to stat padding with injuries. Let me know what you think about the situation about Caitlin Clark getting better with the turnovers, having to make decisions and taking over the game. Stop passing the ball, Caitlin. You're a dominant player. You have the skills to prove it. You have the skills also to take over a game and win it. This is Black Shy Guy. As always, thank you for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace.
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of homicidal